This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
We've got Vincent from Pugliese on today, and he is a buddy of mine. We've been in some great groups together, but he's got a really cool story. I've had the opportunity to read his book months and months ago, endorsed by Seth Godin, who shares bracingly honest, direct, and powerful. Here are useful lessons from the trenches. And the book is called Freelance to Freedom, the roadmap for creating a side business to achieve financial, time, and life freedom. Vincent, man, thanks for coming on today.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. Pleasure.
I always love when I get to see you and chat. We could sit by a campfire and chat for hours and shut it down. You've got a great energy. You've done some cool stuff, too. Early on, national champion for the William Randolph Hart Photojournalism Championship. You have photographed for all the leading wire services in various national and local publications throughout the United States, photographed all the major sporting and news events, including the Super Bowl, the World Series, NHL Final, NBA Conference Finals, the Kentucky Derby, WrestleMania. That's awesome. And photographed and assigned into nearly every state in the nation. That's pretty cool, man. You've had some cool travel. Just kind of give me some of your early years and what brought you to where you are today in your entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah, my early years weren't very impressive. I learned on the day before graduation of high school that I was going to graduate. That's when I knew I was going to graduate high school. My GPA was like 1.7. I was checked out from school. I knew it wasn't for me. I remember my guidance counselor asking me, like, what do you want to do for a living? And I said to her, the only thing I don't want to wear a tie for whatever job. And she was like, all right, get out of my office. She wasn't really interested, And so I remember my friend saying to me, like, what are you going to do? And I said, I don't know, I'll figure something out, but this isn't it, like what everybody was doing. And I grew up on Long Island. Everybody was going to all like the Ivy League schools, and I just couldn't compete. So I kind of just checked out. But I was always into sports. I was always a sports fan. And I remember, so I floundered around for a couple of years in community college and dropping out. And I remember a friend, like, I got all upset watching a Steeler game. I was a huge Steeler fan. And he said, do you really think these millionaires care about, how you did at your job today? Like, why do you care so much about what they're doing? And I had this, like, a bunch of things went on. I got in a lot of trouble. I was arrested. And I woke up in a cold sweat at 22 years old in the middle of the night. Like, what am I doing with my life? And I went downstairs, and my dad came downstairs, who we hadn't gotten along, which you can understand why, the way that I was. And he basically said to me, I said, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And he said, well, and he just really got on my level. And he goes, well, you like traveling, you like sports, you like taking pictures. Why don't you take a photography class? And that's how it really just started for me at 22. And I said, I failed at everything in my life so far, but, I'll probably fail at this too, but at least it'll sound cool. It'll be the first thing that sounds cool. And I really was convinced I'd fail. But I bought a camera the next day. I signed up for Nassau Community College. And for the first time in my life, I had like a drive. And I was like, I'm not gonna give, this is my last chance. I felt so I'm not gonna give it up. So I gave it everything I got. And I would buy tickets for baseball, Mets and Yankee game. I would sneak to the front row to learn from the photographers and take pictures. And I went all in from there. And I said, that was my dream. I said, instead of watching it on TV, I want to be on the sidelines. And so that's where it started.
Derek Champagne here. Hey, if you're feeling isolated right now, if this health scare has got you working remotely or you're feeling uncertain, I want to invite you to check out my mastermind. Come join us. It's DerekChampagneMastermind.com.